You know what
Well,
I mean?
that was a tale of like 8 quarters.
Yeah, that
Um,
was wild, wasn't it?
I guess let's start at the end. I was doing the color commentary, and I think she hit her first basket of the fourth quarter, and I said, Shea Frederick's going to do her Superman thing again, and then she did it. I mean, what is it about her that she just? I mean, whether it was Wisconsin or Loyola last year, or any of a number of games in between, she's just able to hit a switch and go.
Yeah, I think she was a big part of the win here against UNI last year. I think she did the same thing where I thought she had a really, really good fourth quarter, if I remember correctly. And I think Carly Rucker is a very talented point guard, and I think when we play UNI, she steps up to that challenge and guarding her and attacking her offensively. And I thought she did a great job. I mean, you can't be more efficient than 4 for 8, 9 for 9 from the free throw line. She had 7 rebounds. I mean, she just played one heck of a basketball game.
The step back 3-pointer is, I mean, I imagine as a coach, that's like an oh no, oh yes kind of thing. Just what did you see?
For some people, some people it's oh yes, oh yes.
I mean, how was she able to get that move? I mean, she got, I think it was Rucker kind of on ice skates a little bit, and then she
Yeah,
fumbled the ball up, threw it up, it went in and got fouled. It was a huge play.
yeah, it was. I don't know. You'll have to ask her that. I think probably a lot of training, a lot of time in a gym working on that shot. I know it's not something that we let her do a ton in practice and in the shooting drills. But I know she's one of the kids that's in this gym all the time getting extra shots up, and I'm sure it's something that she's spent a lot of hours working on over the last 5 to 10 years as she's become a college basketball player. And I'm glad she has, because that was a huge moment in the game, kind of really turned things around and kind of ignited our run there as we've kind of pulled away and got a much more comfortable lead in the fourth quarter.
I mean this with all respect to Ellen Ellison's game, but this was a sloppy game, and I feel like she thrives when things get sloppy a little bit. And I mean that as a compliment, if that makes
Yes.
sense. But she made some big plays. It felt like, whether it's some baskets and the free throws that she hit. Was that just a senior being a senior out there?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, she had a huge three in the corner where we were really struggling. I mean, 9 for 30 is not a good percentage, and I think we did not shoot the three collectively very well tonight. And that one was really big. We were struggling against that zone. We tried a couple different things, and we came back to what really works against it, and just decided to be tough enough to run what we run against it. And part of it is making catch and shoot shots in the corner, and she hit one, and it was huge. And I think her post defense all night was really good. She had 3 steals. She's really physical with their post players, and they've got really, really good players. I mean, they've got a really good point guard. They've got good post players. They've got kids that can shoot the three. And I thought that group, along with Caitlin, that played the majority of the fourth quarter, did a great job communicating defensively. And I think that's where the big difference was. We started to get stops. We didn't have to face that zone quite as much. And they really took pride in guarding there in the fourth quarter. And I think that was a big moment. I mean, 11 points in the fourth quarter was our best quarter defensively. But overall, really good defensive game, 15, 15, 15, and 11. We'll take 56 points any night.
I know you've got a quick turnaround. I've got 3 more questions for you. The first one, Leah Ernest, I thought, made a play where she chased the ball down. She was never going to get to it, but she chased it down.
Yeah.
And Lauren Gunn did the same thing in the fourth quarter for the little bit that she was out there. Is that just what you need to see from freshmen? All the other stuff will come, but the effort is the way that they get on the floor right now.
Yeah, yeah. And I would like to see it from everybody, not just the freshmen. Like, I just think that's a fun way to play when you're diving for the floor on loose balls, and, people are dribbling instead of trying to stab at it. You're just grabbing the ball with 2 hands, and you're boxing out and you're rebounding, and you're doing all the tough things. You talk about toughness in the game of basketball. Those are the toughness plays. It's not making shots, you know what I mean? But doing the things that no one really wants to do, getting on the floor, taking charges. And I'd like to see our team take a big step up in that. I think if we can figure out how to do those things, this team could be really special. And I keep telling them that. And, they usually take a while for things to sink in, but hopefully it'll happen sooner rather than later.
Maya Dunson didn't play much at the beginning of the game, got a little bit of stretch there in the second quarter, didn't play in the third quarter, and then she's on the floor for the key moments of this game. What do you, this is the first time we've talked about her briefly, what do you have with her? What do you trust her to be able to do right now?
I think she has done an amazing job. I mean, she's only been on campus for like a week before Christmas, maybe 5 days. And then since Christmas, which obviously I was in quarantine for part of that time, and so were a lot of our teammates. So, I think while we were in quarantine, we had a group of players and my assistant coaches that practiced, and she did a fantastic job of learning. Like, there's a lot to learn, and I think she's done a really amazing job picking things up. And she's got college experience as a transfer. She's obviously played college basketball. She's played in the Missouri Valley. She knows what it's like to play against UNI. So, I think that's really nice to have somebody with that experience. And as she continues to grow and continues to get more comfortable in how we play offensively and defensively, I think the sky's the limit for what she's going to be able to do here.
Final question. You're doing this turnaround for the first time.
Yeah.
What are the next 20 hours like? I mean, how much do you break down film from this game? How much do you pour over these details? Or how much do you already have in mind kind of what you want to do?
Well, no, we're going to watch the film. I'm going to go with dinner. I know that's going to happen first. So I'm going to go to B-Dubs because it's buy one, get one Thursdays. And I'm going to eat some wings with my husband. And then I'm going to come back to the office, and Mark and I are going to get to work on making corrections and watching the film and seeing where they hurt us and what worked for us. Obviously, we've got to look at that blitz, and we've got to figure out some different ways to attack it. And I want to show them the possessions that were really, really good, so that we can continue to do those good things. And then we've got to, obviously watching things defensively. There were some breakdowns and some mistakes, and then we'll get back here. The most important thing for the players is rest. It's getting sleep tonight, and it's going to be taking care of their bodies tomorrow. And then it's going to be all mental, getting ready and walking through things. And, I think that this team has grown significantly in their mental toughness over my 3 years. And I am 100% sure that they'll come in here and they will play as hard as they can tomorrow. And if they do that, then we'll walk out of the gym heads held high no matter what the result is.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Who would you like? Because they're all in here.
I said Shay, Ella, and then either Leah or Maya.
Yep, they're all in here. Which one do you want to talk to first?
It doesn't matter. Whoever wants to go first.
You guys can talk about it. The best kind. Bonus.
Shay.
Hello.
You did that Superman thing again that you do so well. You take over the game. Talk to me about your step back 3-pointer where she fell down, you kind of fell down, and then you got fouled and hit it. I mean, how big was that?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just, she's a great defender. So I was just trying to, figure out which way I was going to go to the hoop. And I don't know, I was planning on going to the hoop, and I gave her a little, jab, and she took a huge step back. And so then I just took what she gave me and shot it. It felt good, and she kind of bumped me as I fell on the ground, and thank God it went in. I think it was a big moment of the game. So yeah, I was just trying to do with what she gave me, and that's what she gave me.
You had a third one that didn't go in, but when you did the step back, the men's team was sitting over here, and they all stood up in unison. That was crazy. Just talk about the fourth quarter just from your team to be able to. I mean, Ella made some big plays. Maya defensively, everyone contributed. It felt like.
Yeah, we had a huge fourth quarter as a team. I think it really started with the defensive end. We struggled getting stops. It seemed like, especially in the third quarter, we were down. But I think we came together. We got stops collectively. Maya's a tremendous rebounder. Ella, Caitlin, everyone, Grace, Carrie, everyone out there is out there getting boards. Leah. So I think that was huge for us, getting stops, and then, trying to calm down on offense. They're in that blitz, and then they're in man. So just trying to figure things out and just play together and, take what the defense gave us, and we all trust each other. So I think, the big thing was the defensive end.
You're the point guard. You're the front of the attack, and you've got to figure out what they're doing. How challenging was it to decipher what they were throwing at you?
Yeah, it was a little challenging. I think we figured out on makes they were going mostly into their blitz, what we call it's like a 2-2-1-2, or kind of a spread out 2-3 zone. And then on misses they were starting to go into man. So I think we kind of figured that pattern out. And then also off of free throws they were starting to press too. So I think we talk about it a lot in practice in our preparation. So I think we knew what was coming most of the time.
Very good, Shay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello.
Getting every Wisconsin player in here. This is great.
Yeah, let's go home.
You've played a lot of games. Can you remember one where you're up 10, you lose the lead, you're down 11, you crawl back? Take me through the ebbs and flows of this game a little bit.
All I know is all becomes a little bit of a blur, but you just keep fighting. It sucks a little bit when you get those like ebbs and you get a little bit down, but I was really proud that we actually fought back this time and we got that lead again. In the past, I know sometimes when we get down 10, like as a team, like we stop fighting sometimes, but this time we kept at it.
Your perspective on seeing Shay do what she does. It's been numerous games now where she just seems that all of a sudden she hits a switch and everything goes the way that she wants it to go. What do you see on the floor when that happens?
I love it. I love Shay, her energy and how she attacks the hoop or how she's so confident taking that shot. I'm happy to jack her up or help her up or anything she needs. Love to see on the court.
You've added a new piece, Maya, to come in and play big minutes in the fourth quarter. You've been around for a long time. What's your message to her kind of joining this family?
Keep getting those rebounds. As a team, we really struggle with that, and I'm glad to see her box out and get those tough boards.
Final question for you, Ella. You have a game tomorrow against the same team. This is unique, maybe hearkening back to some AAU where you play a lot of games, maybe against the same people. How do you make adjustments? How do you prepare for this next game, knowing that you just outlasted them here?
Most importantly is getting our legs ready so that we can attack again tomorrow. I know coach is gonna help us see what we need to fix and just coming in tomorrow ready to learn and work. And it's gonna be interesting, but I like the grind.
Very good. Thank you, Ella.
Thank you. Hi.
Hey, what's going on? Paul Orrin of the Northwest Indiana Times. Welcome to Valpo.
Thank you.
You know, we haven't had a chance to talk yet. Just first of all, what was it like to be able to finally get on the court, first basketball game in I think about a year, and to be on the court in the fourth quarter when the chips were down, you made some big plays.
I just knew that whenever I got on the court today, I knew it was my first game, so I was going to be a little rough. It was going to be, some highs and some lows. But I knew as soon as I got on the court, I wanted to play as hard as I could and get as many rebounds as I could and play good defense. Even though my shot wasn't falling today, I haven't played in a year, so I just wanted to play as hard as I could for my teammates.
You get here right before Christmas. Coach goes in quarantine. You're kind of feeling your way through this whole thing. What did the fact that you've played here before, you've played in the Valley, did that help?
Yeah, because I knew what the players did. A lot of the players from UNI, are returners. So I knew what they did. And when we scouted Valpo at Loyola, we scouted their offense. So I kind of knew what they did there too. So it kind of helped when I came in here. I knew what was going on. I knew their defense, they switched. So that always helped playing in the NBC. So
I know the shots didn't fall, but I mean, is this a good first step for you at Valpo to be on the floor again in those closing moments of this game?
yes, definitely. I am very excited to be here. And I'm very happy that Coach Mary trusted me enough to be on the court at that time. And I'm also glad that my teammates trusted me enough to be on the court at that time also. And I'm always happy to always actually be playing because, it's been a year and I've been having some downtime. So I'm very happy to start playing again.
Final question. I know it doesn't really correlate to the game, but why Valpo? What was it about Valpo that made you want to choose them?
I just love the culture here. They work so hard. I love their offense, their defense, the team. The coaches, they always lift people up instead of putting people down, which is always a great thing. And they always coach me to be better instead of just telling me to sit down or something like that. They told me through my mistakes, and it helps me immensely when I'm here. And Coach Mary is a great coach. I knew her when she was assistant coach at OU. She recruited me there, and I always wanted to play under her. But